What if one day, you found a map that moved on its own? Not because of the wind, not because of magic tricks, but because it was alive. And what if that map chose you, to find something the world had forgotten? 14-year-old Aaron never believed he was meant for anything extraordinary, until the night the map changed his destiny. In a quiet mountain village, surrounded by peaks that touched the clouds, lived a boy named Aaron. While other children chased goats through fields or learned their family trades, Aaron spent hours staring at the horizon. He felt it constantly, a pull toward somewhere he had never seen. As if the world was whispering, "There is more waiting for you." One rainy evening, while helping his grandfather clean the attic, Aaron discovered a small wooden box hidden beneath a pile of dusty blankets. Inside it was an ancient compass and a map. But the moment he opened it, the ink shifted. Roads twisted. Rivers curved into new directions. Aaron stumbled backward. "Grandfather, why is the map moving?" His grandfather turned, and the color drained from his face. After a long silence, he said quietly, "That map does not belong to anyone. It chooses its traveler." Before Aaron could speak again, a glowing message appeared on the parchment. "Find the fallen star." At that moment, Aaron knew his life was about to change. At sunrise, Aaron packed only what he could carry: bread, water, rope, and the compass. He told no one. Some journeys must begin in silence. The map led him straight toward the whispering forest, a place villagers avoided. They said the trees remembered things humans were never meant to know. As Aaron stepped beneath the towering branches, the air grew colder. The forest hummed softly. Hours passed. Yet somehow, he kept returning to the same crooked oak tree. Fear crept into his chest. "Maybe I'm not brave enough for this," he whispered. Suddenly, a soft golden glow flickered between the roots. Out stepped a fox, made entirely of light. Its tail shimmered like stardust. "You are lost," it said gently. Aaron froze. "You can talk." "Only to travelers chosen by the map." "My name is Lyra," the fox continued. "I guard what you seek." After days of walking, they reached a canyon so deep, the bottom disappeared into darkness. A broken stone bridge stretched halfway across, then stopped. "But the map shows a full bridge," Aaron said. Lyra nodded. "It is there. You simply cannot see it yet." Aaron swallowed hard. "How do I cross something invisible?" Lyra replied, "By trusting that courage appears after you step forward, not before." With shaking legs, Aaron lifted his foot and stepped into empty air. A solid path formed beneath him. One step, then another. Halfway across, ghostly whispers rose from the canyon. "You are too small. You will fail. Turn back now." His heart pounded. Every instinct screamed to run. But Aaron realized something important in that moment. Bravery is not the absence of fear. It is choosing to move, despite it. He kept walking. And the bridge kept appearing. When he reached the other side, the map glowed brighter than ever before. Lyra smiled. "You are becoming the traveler it hoped for." Beyond the canyon stood a breathtaking sight. A city made entirely of crystal. Towers sparkled like captured sunlight. Yet the streets were silent. No laughter, no footsteps, no life. At the center stood a statue of a warrior reaching desperately toward the sky. The map burned again. The star sleeps below. Hidden beneath the statue was a spiral staircase leading deep underground. There, in a vast chamber, lay the fallen star. It was enormous, cracked, its light flickered weakly, like a dying heartbeat. "What happened to it?" Aaron asked softly. Lyra's voice carried sadness. "Long ago, people stopped wishing for hope, and began wishing only for power. The star gave and gave. until it could give no more. Suddenly, shadows began crawling across the walls, alive and hungry, drawn to the star's fading light. Panic surged through Aaron. What do I do? Lyra looked into his eyes. The star does not need strength. It needs someone willing to give light. Instead of taking it, Aaron stepped closer. He thought about every moment he had felt ordinary. Every time he believed he wasn't enough. Slowly, he placed his hand on the cold surface. I don't have magic, he whispered. But if you need hope, you can have mine. For a heartbeat, nothing happened. Then, the star pulsed. Once, twice, and suddenly, it exploded into radiant light. Warmth flooded the chamber. The shadows vanished instantly. The cracks sealed. Above them, the silent city began to awaken. Water flowed. Wind danced through the streets. Life returned. Lyra spoke softly. You have done what warriors and kings could not. You chose to give, when it would have been easier to take. When Aaron looked back at the map, it was blank. Why did it disappear? He asked. Lyra smiled. Because you no longer need it. The map was never meant to show you the world. It was meant to show you who you could become. As Aaron journeyed home, something inside him had shifted. The mountains no longer looked like barriers. They looked like invitations. And for the first time, he understood. The world had not grown larger. He had, sometimes. The path only appears after you are brave enough to take the first step. Courage is not about being fearless. It is about moving forward anyway. The greatest heroes are not those who seek power, but those who choose to give hope.